I have finally figured out how to find your spark again, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how in 10 easy steps. So you're ready for your comeback this year after losing yourself, losing your spark, okay? I know exactly what it feels like to look at yourself and be like, what happened to her? And it's not just about the outside, it's the inside, feeling like you're stuck in this shell of who you once were, can't let go of that. And this isn't just about feeling good again. It's about reclaiming your confidence, your identity, and your excitement for life, because where is it? You could check out the chapters right here on screen or at the bar down below. I have dedicated this platform to like-minded women that are all about growth, having breakthroughs, overcoming them, so that we can create our dream life, get closer to our dream self, because we have big goals and big visions around here. And so if that is you, I would love for you to join the community. Hit that like button so girls like you can find this video too. Thank you. And yes, I have my notes. It's a lot of things that we gotta talk about. Okay. So how do you find yourself again when you completely lost touch with who you are? Is by reconnecting, not with other people, but with yourself. We lose our spark when life just gets so overwhelming. So much stress, drama, heartbreak, pain, grief, financial struggle, worries. And it's easier to distract yourself and run from the feelings that you're feeling, the pain, the sadness, the regret. And sometimes we lose ourselves in relationships. I've definitely been there, where you're just way more consumed in this other person's life and what they're doing next and when they're going to hang out with you, so much that when the relationship is over or feels like it needs to be, you're just looking back at everything like, how did I start this relationship there and now I'm here? So if that's you, let me know in the comments so that we can show you some love. Every time I've had a breakup, I've had a massive glow up and level up, okay? Even if it took some time. Or maybe you're neglecting your needs. You're just worried about taking care of everybody else around you. You know, the elderly, somebody that might be sick, or your children, your partner, and you're just not taking care of you. Sometimes we're living on autopilot where we're just so busy with work and catching up with people and just doing that it's like there's no time to just connect with you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Rebuilding your relationship with yourself is the foundation for everything. It's your peace, it's your confidence. When you reconnect with yourself, it's like reconnecting with everything that lit you up, that made you so happy, and it will help you not feel like a stranger in your own life. So here are 5 things that you could do to reconnect with yourself today. Take a silent walk, and if you can't do that, lay down in silence. No podcasts, no music, nobody bothering you. Set a boundary. Hey, I'm going to be unavailable for the next X amount of time. I just need to be alone. And you'll be surprised how much your mind has to say when you're present, how many things are calling for your attention. I know this one is always talked about, but dating yourself, okay? It's something that I really look forward to diving deeper into. Journaling is so important too. Writing how it is that you're feeling at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day, maybe scripting how you want your day to go. I've been doing that and it's been working really well. You could also practice mindful self-care. So also slowing down more when you're showering, when you're lotioning your body, when you're doing your skincare, when you're doing your hair, just kind of slowing your pace down. You know, sometimes it's just like, put on that lotion. It's like, no, I love you, body. Thank you for carrying me through the day. Or, you know, how was my day today? How do I feel as you're in the shower washing it off? You know, sometimes our mind in the shower especially just wanders, but trying to practice intentionally being with yourself, or getting deeper with your spiritual connection, whether you're somebody that's religious or somebody that is spiritual or both. It looks like getting closer to God or spending more time meditating. I had such a powerful meditation this morning. I can't explain how good your body just feels, especially after a workout. It's like a body high. So it's also about remembering who the heck you are, because I think a lot of us forget how dope we are, how amazing, beautiful, talented we are, remembering how special you are and what you add to this world, and that makes you very different. Sometimes you need to scroll through your own Instagram feed, you need to scroll through your pictures, but beware of this if that is going to be triggering for you. It's in these moments of being with our inner self that really helps us cultivate that strong inner foundation. I think a great affirmation is, it is safe for me to be with myself. It is safe for me to connect with myself. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button. The second one is let go of the past. This one took me a long time to finally do. How will you move forward if you are so stuck on who you used to be? I gotta make a whole separate video for this, y'all. I don't know if you saw my story when I said that I was journaling for 5 hours and wrote 25 pages. I had to do the deep inner work, because how am I going to get to this vision that I have for myself if I can't let go of the shackles of old Jessie? It's like this has been like a broken record. I've talked about this so many times in my personal life that it's just like, girl, let go. You're not her anymore. You have to let go so that you can make room for this better, badder, finer, grown, matured, beautiful, evolved, next level version of you. You could be holding on to regret and shame for things that you could have handled differently, situations that you could have handled better. You know, I definitely have been feeling like that when it was like, how did we let our body get to this point? How did we let that happen? You know, and I just carried that shame and that regret for so long. But honestly, it served its purpose to teach me how important it was to get to where I am currently in my life. In this chapter, it taught me a very valuable lesson. So what is that lesson? Are you holding on to resentment? Are there people in your past that have wronged you? Friends, family, business relationships? It's like you're carrying that pain as if it defines you. Not letting go can be a huge factor in having lost your spark, because a lot of the times it could also mean repeating old patterns, constantly doing the things that you know are self-sabotaging you, holding you back, you know, those relationships, those friendships, those thoughts, those beliefs that you have, all of these things that do not serve you, that you know deep down don't, but you keep choosing it because of comfort and familiarity and familiar suffering, right? All of the above has been me. Okay, in the past, and a lot of it I have overcome by doing that inner work, by journaling, by practicing forgiveness, by focusing on this vision of who it is that I want to become, because it is so important to do that and to have that as your like tunnel vision when you're trying to break free and have a major comeback. And letting go doesn't mean just forgetting. It means releasing yourself from what is holding you back, keeping you from glowing and radiating, because it's just so much anger, resentment, and regret, and all of these things that you're just holding on to. You know, a lot of these things were keeping me stuck. When you release the past, you're reclaiming your energy, you're taking your power back, and you're making room for who it is that you're becoming. And it feels like there's so much work to be done to just get back to what you were like. And it's just like, how the heck am I going to even do that? You know, with all of the hurt and the pain that you've been through, there's just so many walls up. Take the walls down. In my meditation, I think it was this morning, I was imagining walls up all around me and within me. And I was imagining them coming down so that I can let more love in, so that I can let more light in, because that is what this comeback is about. I did this practice called write a reframe. So I wrote these down. Regret is teaching me the value of living in the present and making intentional choices moving forward. It's showing me that my past doesn't define me, it guides me. Anger is teaching me what I value, like loyalty, fairness, and self-respect. It's guiding me to set boundaries and to protect my peace. It's time to get clear on your vision. Like, you have this idea up here of what you want your life to look like, you to look like, what this comeback looks like. And so spend some time creating some sort of visual that represents it. A lot of people are making vision boards right now. You can make a digital one, you can make one on Pinterest, so that this just fuels that momentum as to why it is so important to let go. Because when you look at that, it's going to represent what you're delaying or what you're not going to allow to happen and to come into fruition into your life if you keep holding on. Because even if you're working towards it, like by holding on to things, it's like we still delay it. Okay, now 3, having an energy assessment and becoming unbothered. Part of your comeback and feeling back to you, glowing, radiating, like I keep on saying, is being mindful of where you place your energy and who has access to it. Okay, I love the idea of being exclusive. So how do you lose your spark in this category? Well, it could look like toxic relationships, having you questioning your worth and just constantly doing for somebody else, giving your energy to them and it never feeling like it's enough. They're just taking you for granted. It could look like unhealed triggers. So certain people and things that come up just know how to pull you right back in, as if you were in that moment of that pain or that sadness, whatever it is that you went through, because you haven't fully processed it yet. And then there's overstimulation. So it looks like social media, your notifications always going off, always having things to do, and comparing yourself to people online because you're not happy with where you are right now. Your energy is your most valuable resource. So when you protect it, you're giving more room to growth, clarity, and peace. And you need that in your comeback era. Being unbothered doesn't mean that you don't care. It just means that you're prioritizing your well-being. And I would highly recommend that you watch this video about becoming unbothered, and I'll remind you at the end of this one to go and watch it. I was so tired of emotionally immature adults keeping me feeling away, and I was just like, enough is enough. It's time that I start setting boundaries. I put myself first, and I just stop caring about people pleasing. You know, I have to do this for me, for my peace, the sake of my well-being. It's time for an energy audit. So write a list of what feeds your energy, what gives you energy, and then another list of what drains it. So start setting some boundaries with the people and the habits on the drain list, and stop over explaining. You don't owe anybody an explanation for why you want to do things, why you want to go about things a certain way. And then it's time for a digital detox. So take 30 days to come off of social media, and you will see how much lighter you will feel. This will also help you with reconnecting yourself, because instead of constantly having that habit of like going online when you feel stressed, overwhelmed, you're just going to end up having to find something else to do, something new to do. I'm going to always suggest going through your following list, removing, blocking, unfollowing people as needed, yes, and cleanse your space. Maybe you need to like reorganize and maybe move your furniture around. I've always loved and have been known in my family to switch my room around and my friends all the time. And I would help my friends do the same too, because there's something about especially your room and your closet and your bathroom, there's something about switching things up or just decluttering that makes you feel new. Like in your closet, when you organize it and your clothes are, you know, some stuff is next to each other for the first time, it's like you find new outfits, you know, it just there's some sort of newness to it, and that can totally help you energetically. I believe in feng shui, so find a way that resonates with you to do like an energetic reset ritual kind of thing, where you maybe take a bath with some Epsom salt, or you go for a massage. Maybe you just really need some, you know what, acupuncture and cupping. That is such a good emotional release. I did that after a breakup, and that helped me so much that day to feel good. There's also float therapy, which I don't know if you're familiar with, but here's like a video of it. But these are the types of things that will help you like just kind of purge all of that energy that you have been feeling about other people and the people pleasing and the toxicities, and getting more comfortable with setting boundaries, because you want to be in that space after you do these things of just feeling good. You like, even before like I started filming, like I got really frustrated with myself, but I kept telling myself it's not about not being bothered and not being triggered. Sometimes it's just about how quickly we can return back to that, you know, flow state. Moving on to number 4, it's reconnect with your body. How will you find your spark again? And how will you expect yourself to feel connected with yourself if your own body, this vessel that carries you through life, is something that you put on the back burner? It's an afterthought, and it's something that you're not intentionally spending time taking care of. Oh, I had to learn this one the hard way, but I'm here now, and I will never not let myself not take care of this. So if you've been struggling with changes in your appearance, it can make you feel really disconnected and even resentful of your body. So sometimes body changes is why we lose that connectedness with ourselves. And then if we overeat or undereat and don't get enough sleep, it's no wonder why we're just not feeling our best. So these types of unhealthy habits don't pour into ourselves. It does the absolute opposite. It drains us. And not until time just keeps on going on do all of these bad habits accumulate, and then we're like, whoa, when did this happen? Well, neglecting movement can look like sadness or stress just keeping you from being active and moving your body in ways that feels good. Like, our body is so sacred and is like our best friend in this journey. There is so much to be grateful for with our body. And so when we take care of it, it boosts our mood. It boosts our confidence. So here are some ways that you can reconnect with your body. Let me put on more lip gloss. I have joined the girlies on the hot girl walk movement, okay? Taking a hot girl walk is such a good way to get that spark back. Taking a hot girl walk is such a beautiful way to clear your mind and to make you feel so inspired and motivated, especially when you're listening to a podcast or if you're listening to one of your favorite YouTuber girlies. That's what I do. It's my way of starting my day feeling inspired and motivated, remembering why it is so important for me to just show up and take care of myself, but then I'm simultaneously getting my steps in. Another thing is getting back on that self-love journey. So that could look like standing in front of the mirror and calling out head to toe why you love and appreciate every part of your body. Thank you to my arms for allowing me to do for myself, my feet that help me walk. Even if you have to like sit in the dark and like, okay, for example, last night I was so overstimulated. I just wanted to be in the dark, and I had put on my my lotion. I was lotioning my body, and I was saying some affirmations. I was like, thank you, body, for carrying me through the day. Beautiful way to reconnect with your bod. Okay, she deserves that. You could try some cute workouts. You know, everybody's talking about Pilates. I have yet to try that, and I've seen some Pilates stuff on TikTok Shop, by the way. Y'all seen them people be dancing with the like yeah, I've seen a pregnant girlie doing it. Y'all know those types of workouts? It's like Zumba times 10, and you just know they're in Atlanta. It's like, this is definitely in Atlanta or somewhere like Houston or something. But stuff like that is fun. You know, like, just make it fun. Working out and moving your body, it's not always about the end goal, you know, losing weight, gaining weight, toning up. It's also about what it does for you mentally. This is going to help you so much to feel better, because a lot of the times if you are just disconnected and lost with yourself, you have poor mental health, and this is all about coming out of that, okay? Because you want to feel good about life again. We can't be stay stuck in this. All right, if I haven't said it already, I recommend you to save my glow up journey playlist to your phone, to your YouTube, so that every time I update it, you see my videos, because it is all about getting you out of this space so that you can get to that dream life. And I'm on this journey with you. I'm not here to say I'm perfect and I just got it all figured out. No, I am figuring it out. And as I figure it out, I share videos like this. I will not share a video that doesn't feel like I am qualified enough to share what I have to share about this topic, right? It's all of us, you know, like when the girlies hit subscribe and you see my platform growing, it's because there's girls like you and me who resonate with this type of stuff. Subscribe if you are feeling the vibe. Let's get back to the video. working out has helped me and my confidence tremendously. Okay, and even when you see those slight little changes, it's exciting. When you start to see, the waist coming in, or you start to see like your legs getting more shaped, like it is a very exciting feeling and it will boost your confidence. So do you feel like you're just stuck in the sameness? It's like life just doesn't feel new. It's just the same day, back to back to back. A lot of the times when we lose ourselves, it's because we're not very inspired. We don't have something that's really fueling us to keep it going, whether it's ourselves, our goals, or somebody that we really admire. Major cause in losing yourself is from being burnt out. You're giving so much to others, you have nothing left for yourself, and so it results in you feeling unmotivated, uninspired. Maybe you want more for yourself and you're just so sick and tired of the monotony. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you got work and errands and all these responsibilities that there's just no excitement to really fuel that drive that you have for life and that passion. Comparison paralysis can also be sneaky. It's like you're on social media and you're seeing everybody living this dream life and they're doing all these things that they just make look so easy, and you're like, damn, I'm behind. Scrolling through social media can feel like everyone is living their dream life while you're falling behind, and it's just draining you of your own excitement for your journey. And if you're disconnected with your dreams, you could look back and realize that somewhere along the way, you lost sight of what once used to light you up and the things that really brought you joy, things that you might have given up on. To me, inspiration is one of the first few steps to giving you that fuel to cultivate change in your life. Seeing other people winning and their successes and the things that they have going for them shows you that I can do this, and that you go from I can't to I will, and I'm going to make it happen. So you're taking action towards your goals. I get inspired the most through following girls online that I see myself in, like the best version of myself in, by their lifestyle, the way that they carry themselves, the way that they just dress, they do their makeup, the way that how well they articulate themselves and the things that they talk about. It's like-minded girlies. That's why I really love YouTube. You get to spend such a long time with a creator and really get to know them and what it is that they're all about. And it's very inspiring to watch them and the things that they say. I don't know if I'm inspiring to you. I might be inspiring to you in some way, like don't ever look at me and think that you can't do something, because trust me, everybody is looking at the next thing. It kind of reminds me of this picture. It's like we're always looking at the next thing that we want that's more for ourselves. Search for exactly what it is that you need. How to have confidence in the gym, how to stay motivated, how to start your own business. There are people dedicating their platforms to motivating you, inspiring you, and giving you all of the actionable steps to do it. And I'm one of them. Watch videos on all of the latest side hustles for the year so that you can, get your bag up and see how much money people have made. That's always very inspiring. I love financial transparency. I think that it is so valuable when people show you what was possible for them, because it shows you that it is possible for you too. And they teach you how to do it. This video, I dedicated an entire chapter to a bunch of side hustles that you can start today with just your phone at that. Maybe there's somebody that you really look up to and they shared their story. Find out what people's backstories are. Read some memoirs or something, like an article, an interview, so that you can get to know somebody that you are really inspired by and like what their story is. I'm sure that you can relate to them in some way. And I will always bring up Miss Pinterest. It's so easy to get inspired being on Pinterest. It's literally like all your social media platforms are curated for you. So it is just a reflection of what it is that you like to consume and what you're all about. Have fun with the boards. Like, I literally will say this 100 times. Get on Pinterest and make Pinterest boards. Number 6 is reconnect with your community or build a new community. Do you ever feel like you're just so alone? No matter how many people you're surrounded by, no matter how many people love you, you just still feel like you're alone in you experience and what you go through and how you feel, maybe the things that it is that you want, the things that you're about and love to talk about. Could have lost yourself and your spark through isolating. Maybe you're like me and have been a professional isolator, and so when we isolate, we just completely disconnect from people, and and it's not always intentional. Sometimes it's something that just happens and it feels right and like what we need, but this can leave us feeling very disconnected and withdrawn from people. And again, if you're like me and you just do this constantly or have done it a little too long, it can be very difficult to start to reintroduce being around people again. I would definitely recommend that you watch this little series. There's just 2 videos for now. Maybe there's more by the time you're watching this. Maybe you're lacking like-minded friends, and so you're like craving people who are in alignment with you, who see you eye to eye, who see you, people who will make you feel seen, but you just haven't found them yet. But it is okay, my love. I haven't found my tribe as yet, but it's in spaces like this, you know, being on YouTube and showing up, that help create those types of, you know, communities. Sometimes too, when you have just been through so many toxic relationships with love or friendships, even work settings, it can have you feeling very afraid of people and wanting to connect. You've just been hurt and betrayed so many times. You got these walls up like we talked about. Or maybe you're just shy, or you were a social butterfly that turned into an absolute hermit. I went through that, and you have this fear of reaching out or putting yourself out there. But I know for a fact that there are ways to find them. So when these things happen, it's just a result of the domino effect of being disconnected from ourselves. Or sometimes other people are vice versa. They are around people all the time. They've got a lot of friends. They're connected a lot, but they're very disconnected with themselves. So whichever way it goes, we want to flip the script, right? We want to overcome this, because community reminds you that you're not alone. The right people will support you, uplift you, and inspire you to grow and become a better you. It's surrounding yourself with like-minded people that creates accountability and encourages you to keep on moving forward, because when you're around other people who are also leveling up and they think like you, they want the same things as you, you're not gonna just be doing nothing to, you know, get closer to the goalpost. So here's some ways to create and build community. You can reconnect intentionally by reaching out to family or to friends and letting them know what it is that you might need right now. Maybe you need some more support, some encouragement, maybe you need accountability, and maybe you want them to kind of have an honest conversation with you about what they think you might need, because sometimes people that love us want to give us the truth, but sometimes they're a little bit too scared. And if they have seen that you've been down in the dumps in a dark place, and especially surrounded by people who you shouldn't have been surrounded by, that just came to mind. I think somebody might have needed to hear that, but they might want to share things with you, and by having this open conversation, you might be surprised at how they might want to help assist you on your journey. Somebody needs to hear this too, that you need to go home. Maybe you don't live home anymore. You moved out of your hometown or where your family lives, and you haven't been home in a while, or you just need to go back home, because this is going to help you feel so much more grounded, reground yourself, and just kind of bring you back to center. You know, every time, like, I'd been living in LA for the last 5 years, and anytime I'd come home, it just felt like I just hit the reset button. There are so many local activities depending on what city you're in. You know, I know big cities, big metropolitan areas are going to have more things than little small towns, but you just never know until you look into it. I have been seeing these local running groups, these meetups. Everybody has so many interests, and there are people in these industries that are out here in these streets gathering a bunch of people to come together, network with each other, and build community. So I would definitely look into something local that's going on. When I was starting my modeling journey, I would be going to local model events by myself even, and I met so many photographers, so many other creatives that I got to collaborate with, and like the benefit of that is so huge, but it's also the community that you gain from it. These are people who have been a part of my journey that I could never forget and helped me so much, you know? Drop your city and a local event that you've attended in the comments down below, so maybe somebody else can find you and, you know, y'all can meet up. I have some major plans for this channel as we grow this community. So you stay patient even if you don't go to those meetups. There are women who dedicate a lot of their time to their communities online, whether it's through the Mighty App networks or Facebook groups, or maybe other platforms that I don't know about. And so I would find that, maybe look into like some of your faves online, or start to follow some new people, and you'll start to find that there's just so many support groups. So you just got to look for it. And use TikTok. Like I use TikTok like Google. I think that all of us Gen Zs just do that now. You know, think of like the type of people that you want to be around. Where do they spend time? It's also about just putting yourself back into the world again, okay? You know, the new year really starts in the springtime, and a lot of people are currently isolating right now. You know, it's the winter, it's cold a lot of places. And the last two, you can create your own meetup, okay? Because I know I got some creative girlies on here that are maybe a little bit or a lot a bit more social than I am, and figure out how you can rally people up together or volunteer somewhere, you know? Okay, number 7 is reconnect with your passion, your purpose, okay? What's one thing that you used to love doing that you haven't touched anymore, that you haven't done anymore? It is time to reconnect with that passion, okay? That interest that you have, and let that fire reignite with you. You are going to be like, oh my God, this feels so good to do. Your passion and your purpose are key to being connected with you. This is how you stay grounded. This is what you came to this life for. No matter how small or insignificant you find this interest to be, it's actually a very big deal, okay? But sometimes life's chaos and all the responsibilities and all the things that you've got going on make you put it on the back burner. Or even fear of failure and just not trusting in your gift and your talents could have had you just stop doing it completely and just let that dream go, let that passion go. Sometimes when you're disconnected with your why, you just forgot why you started. You forgot what gave you that drive and that momentum to even want to do it. God doesn't put anything in your spirit that you're not supposed to do. If you had a goal in mind for something, if you have a desire, it is because it is possible for you to make it into something, because you are going to create impact by doing this thing. Then sometimes we're just too caught up in bettering ourselves and being productive and accomplishing so many things that we neglect joy. We neglect our inner child and connecting with them. And it just kind of made us forget, like, oh yeah, this thing did really make me happy, even if it wasn't productive. You know, it was a way for you to play, to connect with yourself. Like, remember when we were little kids, we used to just play? Passion and purpose is what really makes your life meaningful. And when you reconnect it, it gives you more drive, it makes you feel excited about life, and it will just refuel your entire soul and inner being. So it's time to revisit your why. Why did you start doing that thing? What really motivated you? Why did it call you? How were you different from everybody else who does this thing? And start doing that thing again. Journal what it was that first drew you to it, and write all the emotions that come forth about how it made you feel and how it feels to do this thing. And it's also time to teach what you love. We are in the era of social media. It's not going anywhere, okay? So the more you just don't do it, is the more time that's going to go by that you could have been learning this skill, okay? Teach what it is that you love. People want to hear it. I don't care what you look like. Put what you know into a digital product. Turn it into an ebook, a course, because everything that you know is so valuable, and it's just so like, because you know about it, because you're you, but somebody else could really use the tips, the knowledge, the resources and information that you have about this thing. And what is your passion? Please let me know down below in the comments, because I want to hear, what are these girlies into? You know, what is your passion? What is the things that you love to do? Is it makeup? Is it creativity, making things with your hands? Is it using your voice, singing, talking? I want to know. Okay, so let me know in the comments, because I have some words for you. Okay, talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so now we need to revive this passion. So let's call it the Passion Revival Plan. I like that. Passion Revival Plan, all right? You're going to take an hour a week minimum reconnecting with your passion, spending time doing it, and then create systems. So start to build routines about what makes you happy, what brings you that joy and lights you up, okay? Because that brings me to point number 8, mastering your morning and evening rituals. So this is something that I'm currently mastering right now. So if you just feel like not aligned with yourself, you feel out of sorts, a little discombobulated, and just feel like you're always trying to play catch up and there's not enough time in the day, it's time for you to start slowing down, to spend a day planning, and to get intentional about what your days look like day to day. So without structure, you could lose your spark because you're just kind of going about life like it's a free for all. You're just kind of reacting to life. There's no sense of constant stability happening. You could have lost touch with yourself because you neglected self-care with rushed mornings and restless nights. Where was the time for you to take care of you and to pour into you? And then if you're so overwhelmed with so many responsibilities, it can feel like there is just not enough time in the day to just be with you. Routines create stability and give you a sense of control no matter how chaotic or hectic life can get. Starting and ending your day intentionally is what sets the tone for how you show up for yourself and for others. So here's some things you can do. The first one is a gratitude list. I started reincorporating this into my morning routine, and it feels so good to write 3 things that you're grateful for. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can write 3 things that you're grateful for about yourself, especially when you're on this journey of reconnecting with your body and your soul. It can remind you who the heck you are. And the next thing you could do is an evening reset hour to just release the day that has passed, make peace with it, let go. It's like energy recycling. This is how the day went, but it's time to end it. The day is done and it's time to plan for tomorrow, plan for the next day. Maybe reset your house, play some music and get the vibes going. Drink some tea, get your body ready to start winding down, take a hot shower. And that brings me to number 9, romanticizing life. What if everyday life started to feel like a movie? Well, you can do that, my love. If we've lost ourselves, it also means we lost our perspective. Just being so caught up on what's not going right and what's not working and why we're not happy with where we are, it separates our focus from looking at the little beauties that we can find. You stopped noticing what's beautiful about life. I mean, that might sound dramatic, but at least in like the little ways, you start to neglect the present moment. And so you're just so caught up in your head and just living here, like operating in such masculine energy that you forget to be here, where your feet are. Be where your feet are. Stress and worry have kept you from appreciating the small little things about life. And being stuck in negativity can just feel like there is just nothing to really be excited about anymore, but it makes us overlook so many things that we could be grateful for. It doesn't mean just neglecting the things that are very important and just not giving any energy to some of the obstacles that we have, because sometimes things can be challenging, right? But it's just about creating balance and celebrating life, because it is truly such a privilege to be here. And I know when you're in this space of just not being happy, it can be really difficult to feel that, and it takes time sometimes. I've been there, like I said. Something that's helped me romanticize life more is vlogging. And I have been seeing some really amazing YouTubers share some videos about why vlogging is such a great idea. And you could literally search that, why vlogging is a great idea. But I watched this video and it just made me put into perspective, like, wow, there's so much that happens in our day-to-day life that we just really overlook, and we forget how much of these things are a privilege. Like, you can create a main character day, or like your higher self kind of day, your dream girl version of you, whatever you want to label it. And you can have a day where you just dress up the part. You just dress up as her, like going to get some fresh flowers from Trader Joe's to make your day feel even more special. You can make a playlist, so have a playlist for your hot girl walks in the morning, or your meditation music, your frequency hertz music in the mornings, in the evenings for your routines, a playlist for when you're cooking. Also, slowing down helps you romanticize life because you're just more present when you're just cooking and just chop. I know sometimes we're just like so eager to get the fuck out the kitchen, right? But this will just help you kind of be like, oh yeah, I'm cutting an onion. Wow, I get to make myself this healthy, yummy meal. How exciting. How blessed am I? Oh, I love the idea of like a magic jar where you just write something beautiful that happened in your day, like each day. And then when you feel a little bit down or you just feel like reflecting on it, you could literally just boop, pick something out. And it will literally give you such a boost. And step number 10 is invest in your glow up. What if this next version of you is everything you ever dreamt of becoming and is just a few intentional steps away from being your current reality, of being the you that you embody? You stopped prioritizing the things that made you feel confident, gorgeous, worthy, and you just didn't find the value in doing it anymore. You started neglecting your self-care. It just felt like with all the stress and responsibilities, it was a luxury you just couldn't afford anymore. When you focus on self-care and confidence and leveling up, your mindset shifts, you begin to embody the person that you always wanted to become. This is about showing yourself that you're worth your time, your energy, your effort. It's not just about how you look, it's also about how you feel. And there's also so many ways to do these things at home. So treat yourself, go get that facial, book that spa appointment, book that mani-pedi, get your lashes done, get your eyebrows waxed. Do at least one of those things to feel good about yourself again. You know, get you down there wax. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing one of those things is gonna make you feel good because maybe you haven't done it in a long time. Start nourishing yourself. Take your vitamins, take your supplements. Stop eating so many processed foods. Start eating healthier. I'm on my health journey, like I talked about. I just met with a food coach that is changing everything. This is gonna make you feel radiant, energized. That's part of the comeback. Get into your skincare, look up some videos, get those products and start restocking on the things that you know work for your face. Find your signature look. What is this new version of you? Make that Pinterest board, okay? Like, what's her hair like? What is her makeup giving? What's her new style? Find your new style, you know? You want to be the new you and look at the old you who just had you in a chokehold, who you're like, why am I not like her anymore? I don't look like her anymore. I don't show up like her anymore. And you're gonna be like, babe, it got way better. Like, we look better. We have gained all of these lessons. We're wiser now. Like, we feel even better. Like, you're just going to be better. The best is always next. I told you that. So those are all 10 steps. You could also go back to them down below in the chapters using the chapters bar. But it is now time to make the choice to start to show up for you again. Imagine how good it is going to feel by using these actionable steps and actually like applying it to your life and then looking at your life in 6 months. Your life can change in 6 months. Your life can change in a year. You can end this year looking back at it like, wow, we really did that. Like, I really showed up for myself and I changed the trajectory of my life. Okay, you can't stay in this space surrounded by the toxicity, the low vibrations, the things that are not serving you anymore, holding on to the past. You've got to step into this new era and make space for it, doing that inner work, releasing yourself from these things, okay? I know you have the power to create the life of your dreams. I know you can become that version of yourself that you so deeply desire to be. How she shows up in this world, how she talks, walks, and dresses and looks, the lifestyle that she lives. You can have all of those things. It is okay that you lost what it was in the past, that you're starting over. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to turn out better than you could have ever imagined. You just can't see it yet. It's not clear yet, but you have to believe that and to know that, okay? Definitely stay tuned for my video about how to let go fully. And I mean fully, especially if you are somebody who has just not been able to detach from the past things, past versions of you, past everything, okay? Because I really got deep. Definitely check out my Glow Up series playlist so that you can get all of the other girl talks and tea and other tips that I have, the best advice that I have for you to just pour into you to start showing up for yourself, because I'm telling you, it is time. It is time for you to start showing up for you again. I say this a lot on my channel because I am looking for the women who stop showing up for themselves or just never really have, and who are looking to embody what they desire and dream of. It is not some woo-woo fantasy vision. It is something that you can actually have. If you can see her, you can be her. You can be anything that you want in this life, okay? Trust and believe that. But this comeback, you're not doing it to shit on people. It's not, but it's personal, okay? You've been down in the dumps. You feel like you hit rock bottom. And it's time you pull yourself out of it, because the longer you stay in this, the deeper you're going to get, and the deeper you're going to have to pull yourself out, okay? So my name is Jessie Milani. You already know what I'm all about. If you were feeling the vibes, if you were feeling this conversation, make sure you hit that like button so that other girlies like you can find this video and join our growing community. Okay, we are growing here. Shout out to everybody that is new, that is returning. Like, I really love and appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for being here. Let me know down below what you think of this video. Tell me which of these 10 tips resonated the most with you and where it is that you're starting. What step are you taking today, okay? So I can't wait to hear from you. It means so much to me when y'all leave a comment, when y'all hit that like button, and I hope you stick around for my next video. All right, bestie. I love you. Bye.